Well, you see, like, I'm gonna be so for real with all of you. I know you've seen me do clean with me's before, and we just chat. And today's not really any different, but the difference is today I want to talk about what it's like being an artist with ADHD. Is that a lot of us? I feel like maybe it's a lot of us, but like I can't. If I start talking before I start cleaning though, I'm gonna absolutely forget to clean. So we're just going to start tidying this freaking mess before I do anything else, and we can talk about it. All right, so I gotta organize some stuff over here. I mean, the thing is, this is what my office looks like every 2 weeks. And I started cleaning yesterday. Like, I actively tried. But then I got distracted with making tiny doll clothes. So, like, and there's, like, things in places they shouldn't be. And, like, I don't knit down here. And I have so much yarn down here. That has to go upstairs. I'm not trying to leave it a mess. And I really, like, I have this thing and this mantra where, like, I heard it one time and I'm like, okay, tell yourself that, where it's like, as you do something, as you use, like, an art supply, and I've gotten so much better. That's the crazy part, is, like, what you're not seeing is all the art supplies. I know that's a mess, but you're not seeing all the art supplies I had out this week, because I did put away the pastels, and the watercolor markers, and the paint markers, and I think the paint palette, I don't want to say that too soon because chances are I'm going to find it. But I put things to the side. I feel like it is around here somewhere. Look, my paint cup's right here. So, but it's, don't put it down, put it away. Like, when you're finished with the task, just finish it. Like, and finishing it being, like, including to finish, like, cleaning it up. And I can manage that now about half of the time from reminding myself and from being medicated for my ADHD. Look at this cute little doll, by the way. Her head, I printed a little too big, a lot too big for this neck, so I just put a bead because I didn't have a piece. But I'll eventually put her on a different body. And the other thing I need to do better is I need to label all my bins, because then, like, I take things out looking for, like, stuff, and then I just leave it out. I found the paint palette. It's on the floor. Oh, look, a coffee cup from earlier this week, because I do clean them out. Like, you guys don't understand. This is not bad. This is, like, I have been struggling with prioritizing. I feel like I have 7,000 things I want to do. And for, like, a long stretch of time, I'll be able to do all 7,000 things. And it'll be, like, I'll get, like, compliments and stuff from, like, especially people in my life who I, like, talk to. And they're like, how are you doing so much? Like, how have you managed to, like, run pre-orders and design new teeny tinies and make, like, new files for, like my STLs, kit prints, make knitting patterns, and do crafting. Like, it's a lot. And I get, like, really proud. I get very, like, I can do a lot of things. But then I get burnt out. And there's nothing worse than getting burnt out of doing something that you love to do. So I really, really, really actively try to not burn myself out. But every now and again, I forget, and I get burnt out. It's very early. My medication has not kicked in, and I put my fingers in my coffee. I don't want to lick this off, but also I've been touching everything. I like how I won't eat the foam off my fingers because my hands have been touching things, but my hands went in the coffee, but somehow that's different. It is. It's different. There's so many things, too, with ADHD. Actually, probably with a lot of things. Maybe just even forgetful people, but definitely for me, is I avoid something like this. See this? I want this mounted, like, there, there, even there. I really don't care. It's just like my little pin cushion. I keep my sewing needles in here for when I'm hand stitching things. I've got sewing needles all over this table. But I have to pick up command strips. And I keep forgetting to pick up command strips. And the thing is, could I just order them from Amazon? I could, but then I have to wait 2 days or 3 days for them to come, and they're like a little more expensive than buying them locally. So I'm like, I'm just going to buy them locally. But every time we're out, I forget, because if I'm not looking at it, the problem doesn't exist. And like, what do you even do with that? So now I don't have anywhere to put them. At this point, I might just like super glue it to my wall, but that's a really bad idea. Don't do that. But I'm just getting so frustrated about this in particular. Maybe I'll hot glue it to the wood, because I can pull that off. What if that's my solution? Okay. I still have dolls I have to finish too. So like, when I'm back from my trip, I'm going to try and post this video around the time I'm back from my trip. Probably right after my Spain vlog. I need to like reprioritize, because I'm like doing great for a while. And I don't really let the ball drop on most things, but, or like on anything. I never let the ball drop. I never miss deadlines. I always fix mistakes, but in the last 2 weeks, I had an interview for an article, and then I had a podcast filming, and I completely missed both, because I started working on something, hyper fixated on it, and then forgot anything else existed. And then I feel like an absolute craphead, because like I'm not out here trying to waste other people's time, their energy. Like, I have so much respect for everybody else that I work with and I talk with and I collaborate with, that like I can't just be out here no-showing. Like, that has never happened before, and that is my sign that I am stretching myself too thin. And I think like that's kind of hard to recognize sometimes, being a person of this neurodivergence. I'll probably eventually move shoes into one of these like Lego bins. But right now I've got shoes in there. This is like eyes. This is like tablecloths. I think another thing I need to do is take, eventually, not right now, please Rose, not right now. You don't need to give yourself a big project. I need to take things like the desk caddy and stuff off the desk, because I want to be able to use the tablecloths to change up the colors for like the stuff I'm working on. Because I was not supposed to be using my freaking desk mat, because it's white, and now it's stained to crap, and I gotta see if I can get the stains out. I really hope so, because the whole point was a clean desk mat. If not, maybe I'll paint it. That might look worse, right? But maybe if I paint it, it'll incentivize me not, you know, not to put pastels on it. But I bought all these, like, these are from the dollar store, all these, like, tablecloths. I bought them so that if it get ruined, like, they're durable enough, and they're, like, a fabric with a coating. But if they get ruined, it's not sad, versus, like, every time I ruin like a $40 desk mat, it sucks. This desk was so scratched up from me doing crafts on it that I just painted it. Like, I put like peel and stick, paintable peel and stick on it, and then I painted it. And that's what it is now. Maybe I do need to get the desk caddy and stuff off my desk though. But I don't know where to put it at this point. I feel like on that side table, but then that side table has some art display stuff, but I could maybe move that there. Everything that can't be on the wall needs to not be on this surface, because then this surface becomes like this. But I need to organize this desk, but I want to take some stuff off the desk. Maybe I can start with like the glue. Because the other part of me is like, whenever I have craft supplies out, I'm like, I need to do every craft on my to-do list, like all of the craft exchange stuff, but I'm not doing that before I leave, but there's no way. But I'll be like, I need to do all of that right now. And it's like, that's not what we need to be doing right now. Actually, once I grabbed a mannequin for this, because it's a Junie mannequin, but I need to print out the other dolls too, but I need to hollow them out better so that they're not so heavy. Or maybe I'll make tape forms of them, like, but nice ones, so that I can actually pin things into them. I think that would be nice, but instead of the hard ones. But I would like to keep those around as like an art supply. This needs to be washed. See, I had found my paint palette. Also, I'm just going to switch you over here because then I'm not talking to you over my shoulder the whole time, which is non-ideal. Okay, I've got some more like little dolls. I'm like evaluating what to do with. I'll put them in that pile of evaluation dolls. Dolls to do things with. Magnets I need to put with. I'll just put them in here. I've got a bin for them in the resin room. Same with the hooks that I put down and now don't know where they are. Okay, and then this is for the light. See, this is another project I have to do. I need to write down. Should I do that? I should do that maybe as I go on a Post-it. We're going to keep a list of projects I need to do that I've forgotten about. Okay. So that we can plan when I get back to incorporate them so they're not just laying around. Also, I love a freaking list. Do I always follow the list? No. But it is the only thing that works for me. I have gone through this evolution. Here we go, talking about working as an artist. I've gone through this evolution. This is my second notebook. I tried Google Calendars and I have a really hard time like looking at them. I only use them for meetings, interviews, podcast episodes, and I set reminders with like alarms, like 30 minutes before and then 10 minutes before and then 5 minutes before. The 30 minutes is like a, hey, please go make sure your face is washed. And then the other ones are like, hey, don't start a project right now. But besides that, I kind of, for a long time, I was breaking things down by day. Like on this day, do this. And that worked okay for a while. But what I was finding is at least 50% of the time, I was kind of checking off things on different days than I had listed them for. And I wasn't, oh, this can, I guess you can see my desk. Yeah, I was checking things off for different days than I had originally planned to do them because it's what I felt like doing and it wasn't working super well for me. I'm gonna turn that off so that the light adjusts better. Okay. So instead, I've recently switched to like this. Oh, I don't want to show, because then I'm going to ruin people's Christmas surprises. Okay, we're just going to do this. Kind of like this, where I list my high priority, my mid priority, and my low priority. This is for the week I get back, so it's only partially filled in. I'm going to fill it in before I leave, so I come back and know exactly what I need to do. But this has worked a lot better for me. I try to work through the high priority stuff first. And then towards the end of the week, like today is a Friday for this week, and I've accomplished everything except for cleaning up my digital storage, which is going to be part of cleaning this office, cleaning the office, which is what I'm doing now, shipping a tape form. It's already boxed. It just needs a label, and finishing and packing up Pablo's Christmas present, which is mostly done. But I just feel like I want to put some more stuff in there. So if I have time at the end or on Monday, because we leave Tuesday, I might try and squeeze something else in there. Yeah. Writing down projects. Okay, the first project was my, what was it called? Stained glass light. I have all the paints. I have everything for it. Okay, that was something I wanted to do. What was another project? I just said, oh, I have to finish that. See, this is why I'm gonna write it down because I have immediately forgotten. Oh, bracelets. I had the jewelry, like my jewelry pile. Once I can organize more of my craft supplies, like paints and stuff, to go up on walls and baskets and stuff where I can see all my supplies and access them whenever. I want to move all my shipping supplies and everything into this. Like this locker thing here. And then back there's a sewing table, and I've never actually pulled it out to use it as a sewing table because there's always so much stuff in it. And I want to like make it so it's only my sewing machine and like the pedal stored in there. Like that would be super ideal. And I was like, that's not possible because like there's just not room. And it's like my fabric, like I'm so happy with like my fabric, not that, don't look at that, but like the bins, like all of that looked overflowing, and I was able to like fold things down and organize them into like, one is like pastel-y, kawaii type fabrics, one is like darker fabrics, one is more neutrals, because that's how I sew. Like when I sew for dolls, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make like alternative clothes. So now I can just pull out, instead of digging through like the whole bin that was like knits in this bin, cottons in this bin, and then like things like satin and whatever, faux fur and stuff in this bin, and then like muslin in this bin. It just makes more sense for the way I sew to do it like this. So we're trying that now. Oh my God. And then you accidentally touch a button on your label printer. That scared the patoot out of me. I'm so startled by that. My giant elastic. I'm just gonna put that with sewing stuff for now. That was another project, but it's not like super, it's not like a, oh, I need to do that right now. Because I want to make a big doll. I think I've mentioned that before. I want to make a giant, like, I was going to do a giant clover. Like, wouldn't that be cute? But I keep being like, okay, and put it where? By the way, this is not only a video about chatting about working or being an artist with ADHD, but in real time, you get to see what that actually looks like. It's kind of like show and tell. Oh, I was looking for those. Is this hot enough yet? I'm fully hot gluing this. Like, I'm not even, you guys think I'm kidding, but I'm gonna do it to the wood though, because it's just wood. All right, so I ended up doing some planning in my other video. Okay. All right, so I ended up just doing some random planning, and that's going to be a video for next week because that was a lot, and it would be a lot for this video, and we are trying to talk about ADHD. So if you want to end up seeing what my priorities for the future are going to be, that's going to be in that video. But anyways, we are now at the point where I can tidy up over here. We've got some fabric. I'm going to throw that in the fabric overflow. We have another glue gun, my little dinky backup one that can go in there. Another necklace. These are numbers for like my dolls. This needs to go in here. I'm trying not to move things all just back to there because that's defeating. These were extra parts, but like not for my dolls. So I do think there's a bunch of benefits, I'm trying to get back on track here, or like pros about being like in art with ADHD. Like there's some very, I think obvious ones. Like if you're self-employed being able to have your own schedule and work on the things you choose to focus on. Those grommets are loud. I think is obviously a big win. Because if I'm feeling like I can't work on anything, like I literally cannot make myself do anything, and that can be a struggle. Also, if you're an artist with ADHD and you're doing like graphic design or something, like where you're not working for yourself, a lot of times those kinds of roles are like based on deliverables. Like, did you make, like, we need you to make X and X by X date or whatever. And if you can like bang those out and they are pretty good and stuff, like you can hyper focus and get them done in 2 days, then that's a win, because then you might have more time to yourself, which is, I think that's only ever a win. I don't think anybody is ever like, oh no, what do I do? These are pom-poms. I'll put that with sewing stuff. These are random like eyes I made forever ago. I also think having ADHD, I mean, one thing is like, it might make you more like anxious maybe, but it also tends to make you like more prone to like try new things or take risks than play it safe. Okay, this is all gonna have to go in here. Anyways, I think I'm going to just finish cleaning this room. I can't think of any other like topics on this I want to talk about, but thanks for cleaning half of my office with me. We're at the floor section, and then some of that just needs to be put away. And then I just have to give everything a wipe and a vacuum, and I'm looking forward to being done and coming back from Spain to a clean office, so I just have to make sure I get that done. But for now, if you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. If you're new here, hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.